What up? It's your boy Mario Films, and I'm chilling with the creative mindset.
Yeah, we back with another episode of the Creative Mindset. Today, got a very special guest. Yeah, I keep saying it, a special guest, because every guest is special. It don't matter. This is a Cleveland legend in the making. For real, Cleveland legend already. Because what's crazy is, you know how it be when you on socials and you got a couple of group chats with the guys, and this brother right here then popped up in quite a few of them group chats. So it's kind of crazy to just kind of get exposed to his content, and then we got him here at the Creative Mindset. God be working in mysterious ways. But from my perception, I'm gonna say future filmmaker. But right now, he got y'all stomachs cracking up, man. Welcome to the Creative Mindset. Real Films.
Appreciate it, man. Much love, much love.
Much love, bro.
You know it, you know it.
Hey, man. So for the people who don't know what you do, I find that hard for the Cleveland audience.
For sure.
But let's tell the people what you do and what's your inspiration behind what you do.
Man, I'm Mario Films, man, content creator. Just love to make people laugh. You know, started doing it a while ago, man, and just been trying to take off for real. I mean, the main thing is to make people laugh. You having a bad day, we want you to come to our page and, you know, laugh and, you know, better your day, pretty much. So
Absolutely.
that's what I do, man. That's what we do, man. You know, so just focus on just elevating with the content right now. You know, so pretty much it.
So, man, from what I'm looking at your content, man, it seems like it's a lot inspired by the city.
Yeah, man. See, the thing about that is, like, when I started doing content, like, it really wasn't too much about Cleveland, but, you know, I started making videos about Cleveland and doing the Cleveland verses, and I feel like it was working. And then at the same time, I was like, okay, well, that's helping putting the city on, too. And I feel like people gonna respect that, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, it started getting bigger and bigger, so I just kept doing that, you know, for the most part. But, yeah, a lot of that is definitely inspired by the city now, man. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
So what inspired you to start creating content? Because, you know, being that's like your digital business card, you know, social media. And we done had previous talks before where social media is utilized in some ways where it's just mindless scrolling, and then sometimes you can get caught up with a bunch of twerk videos.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
It looks like from what I'm viewing, you seen that tool and you was like, yo, I'm about to make some shake. So what was like the inspiration behind?
So, man, believe it or not, I was a videographer and a photographer.
Okay.
You know, I started at like 16 with my brother. I was shooting music videos in the city. I was going by Mario 2 Thumbs Up Films at the time.
Okay.
You know, so I started building a name for that. And I don't know, I always had a passion for film, but over time, like, you know, people weren't, you know, trying to pay the money and stuff like that, so I stopped shooting videos. But I'm like, let me find a way to keep editing, still filming, and have something to do with film, but this time maybe being in front of the camera. And my family always told me I was funny since I've been young, so I started making regular skits on this before TikTok and all that, man. I just started making skits, putting them on Instagram. They was doing a little something. I wasn't really consistent. But then I just started wanting to, you know, be consistent. And then, you know, I ended up meeting my girl Brooklyn, shout out to her. I met her and I realized, you know, we shared that same passion, you know, comedy, you know what I'm saying? So she kind of boosted me, you know, to keep doing content. And it just took off from there. You know what I'm saying? And you know, that's really, you know, what really started the content and kept me into doing skits, you know.
Okay.
I definitely did a deep dive on your page, and it's crazy that you said that. I would have never drew that, you know, that you did photography and you was shooting music videos. Because I went all the way down. I'm like, okay, he started posting this type of content in 2021.
Yeah.
With that being said, I just want to bring it back before we dive too deep in. Let the city know where you from. What side of town you from?
Okay, yeah, I'm from St. Clair originally. But I've been everywhere, man. But like that's like my area, man. My area is St. Clair. Then I moved to Euclid, been in Euclid for like 10 years. That's really when I started shooting videos and stuff. I got a lot of Euclid people. So, but yeah, man, I'm from the east side of Cleveland, man, St. Clair, Euclid area. So, yeah.
So what made me start watching your shit for real, bro? No cap was the YN shit.
Oh, yeah.
Because I feel this transition in my life as I'm starting to, when I got called up for the first time. And I looked at little homie and I was like, I didn't feel disrespected, but I just looked like. And I was like, I dapped him up. I went in the mirror. I was like, I'm the old thing.
Right.
I think it was the you was outside the courthouse, and you was moving.
Yeah.
You was coming out the side of the courthouse. He put up the switch on you.
Yep.
That was the first time that I seen it, but a lot of people probably know you about the. You dropped some content today with the 600-pound life.
Yeah.
TLC got to give you a contract, bro.
Man, I'm saying, I'm trying to get on,
business.
man.
You giving them mad business. What made you start watching that on TV and start redoing it?
Man, honestly, I kind of think it might have been Brooklyn. It might have been, she might have started watching 600-pound life first. I'm gonna be honest. I wouldn't just watch it like that. You know what I'm saying? But we've been watching. But crazy thing is, you would think that we been watching it like professional, like we like watch every season, every episode.
Right.
But we haven't. We watched a few good episodes, and I don't even know honestly how we really even started doing 600-pound life. I think I made one some years ago. Nobody ever saw it. I posted it. It was just me in front of the table, just eating food, and I was like, "Yeah, my food talks to me." It did some little numbers.
That was the first video I seen.
It did. It did some little numbers, and then once we started doing more and more content, we started, let's like kind of like mimic something. Like we got someone there like Fatal Attractions and For My Mans, we redid something like that. But when we did the 600-pound life, the first one, which was last year, man, I say like day 2 on TikTok and Instagram, we started going so crazy. We wouldn't have never even did this many. But it kind of took off. And people love to see it, so we like, man, hey, we gonna keep it going and see where it go. And we done turned it into a series by now.
For sure. Which let me just bring up like algorithm data driven content. Like you watching your audience. Speak to your audience and let them know, like, how do you find inspiration for you to create the content? Because I know engagement got to be heavy, like you just said.
Yeah.
So if the engagement is there, are you producing content based upon, what the fans want to see?
Man, I get inspired almost every day. Like, we don't even really go many places, but everywhere we go, somebody knows us, somebody telling us how we made it day, somebody telling us, and it's good to hear it on social media, but when you hear it in person, it's a different kind of feeling. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about like, young dudes you wouldn't even expect to even acknowledge you in that way, because everybody want to be hard and shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So when people see us and they acknowledge what we do, it's an amazing feeling. I be telling Brooklyn, I be like, hey, let's go do some content. I might not feel like doing content today, but when somebody sees me, like, man, keep going. That really pushes me. The people that see us, and I'm talking about just in Cleveland, we didn't, went to Florida and got recognized, North Carolina and got recognized, and it's super motivation, man. It's like the best motivation ever. Like if people didn't really acknowledge us and know, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if I feel the way I feel about it, but I feel like we doing this for a purpose and for a cause, and we doing it for the people. You know what I'm saying? And that's what keep me going.
Keep supporting Rio, yo, and Brooke, for real.
Yes, sir.
So do you remember, well, not do you remember, well, what was your first viral moment, and how did you feel when you finally went viral? And it was like, yo, it put the cables on you to keep going.
Man, I believe this was a while ago, but I believe the first viral one we did was, and I don't even think it's on Instagram no more. But Brooklyn was recording me, and I had my phone that had a cup of water, and she like, let me see your phone. And I'm like, for what? She let me see your phone. And then she reached for my phone, and I put my iPhone in a glass of water that I had. And then I was, she like, why would you do that? I'm like, it was hot. Basically saying the phone was hot. Man, that video went crazy. The fact that I put my phone, in the water, and I don't know, it was just something about it. It went crazy. I think we celebrated. We went to the bar and had some drinks or something. But I think the most viral one I did, this was years ago too, I was on the Shade Room for a steak video. I actually redid that one, how I be eating well done steak. I recently did it, but I did like 3 years ago and it ended up on the Shade Room. We celebrated then.
Everybody
and that was a push.
Emulating that too. Bro.
Yeah.
Everybody keep recycling that.
Yep.
So
Yeah, everybody
just
doing
so
that
you
one.
know who did it first.
Yeah, yep. We trying to be trendsetters, man. We trying to come up with original content. Like, I literally want to think of things that I never saw before, even if it been done. If I never saw it, day and night thinking about content because I want to be original. I feel like that's how you stay in the game. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So how many people you know drinking Buzz Balls? Because you
Oh
had
my
your Buzz Ball addiction.
man, bruh.
Hey, they hit for everything though.
That
They hit for
yeah.
everything.
That's another story. Once I
They
start,
take you up top.
I literally probably get like 2-3 DMs literally a week. Somebody tagging me that day at the store. Oh, I'm trying to buzz ball. I need a buzz ball. And it just, it just show how I can inspire people like that to even, it's alcohol, but you know what I'm saying? But the fact that they kind of like following the trend is mad dope. It's mad dope. And I wish Buzzball to give me a brand deal, but I ain't heard from them yet. So
So that's who need to give you a brand deal because I seen that you was acting like you was about to get it tatted on your forehead.
yeah, man, they didn't give me a deal. All the money I done spent on Buzzballs alone.
Brooke done walked into the bedroom with you in there, cake into the bed
Yeah,
full of Buzz Balls.
Hey, I'm telling you, I put them first, just like my food.
So, speaking on that, man, y'all relationship. So, work life and personal life with your wife, with your lady, is sometimes difficult, man.
Yeah.
Working with your lady is sometimes difficult. Can you speak to how y'all perfected that and how y'all don't get tired of each other in the process of doing the work?
Yeah, I'm gonna be completely transparent, man. We've been doing content since like 2020 on and off.
Mm-hmm.
And after a while, I feel like, and especially with TikTok, because we doing bigger numbers on TikTok and have been for a while. So, I feel like when it came to content, I started putting content first. You know what I'm saying? And Brooklyn used to speak on it all the time. She felt like I was making our relationship more of a business relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't understand it at the time because I'm like, we gotta push out content because we gotta do it for the people.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize that it was hurting my relationship, and this is just me being all the way honest, man. And it did take a toll on the relationship, and it almost, I ain't gonna say almost didn't work out because me and her gonna be together forever. But, it put a strain on the relationship, and I had to take a step back and really, reevaluate like everything that I was doing. You know what I'm saying? I gotta still have a relationship with her and still be for the people. Like we was going out to eat, let's do content. Let's use this food for something. Right. But it ain't supposed to be that way. You know what I'm saying? I gotta have time for her too.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And I, when she really broke it down to me and we really had an emotional moment in conversation, that's just what I did. I put her first and, the content second, and now we make it work. You know what I'm saying? And it's even better now than ever.
So what are some of the rituals that y'all may have, or like the habits to maintain a healthy relationship, mental health balance? Because this is work.
Mm-hmm.
And this is becoming, it is a job.
Mm-hmm.
Creating content, and especially with you always on go. So what are some of walk us through your process of still working well together, but still keeping that balance?
Honestly, man, we like the same person. Like we wake up, our first thing is waking up happy. That's the first thing. You wake up in a good mood, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna have a good day. We wake up happy. We joke, we talk throughout the day. You know what I'm saying? Our relationship is built on laughing and built on happiness. You know what I'm saying? It's never really a dull moment, to be honest. So, we make time to do content. Like we do like 5 skits in a day, or 5 TikToks in a day, and then okay, now let's go hang out and do something, for each other. Let's go shoot pool. We shoot pool together. Like she do shit the guys do. You know what I'm saying? She that's like my best friend. You know what I'm saying? So that's how we maintain a good relationship, just always being happy, always being positive, always pushing each other. You know what I'm saying? We don't let nothing get in the way of that. Nothing ever get in the way of that. So that's really what it is, man. We make time for each other, outside of that. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, we do a content together. I mean, we do a skit together, the skit to go. Now we celebrating together. You know what I'm saying? So we both got the same, cause for real. You know what I'm saying?
So when y'all came in, y'all was talking about hosting. Y'all was actually talking about work when y'all came in. Talking about work. How do y'all avoid burnout? You know what I'm saying? Getting tired of the rigmarole, the ritual. How do you reinvigorate yourself to keep doing it?
Honestly, man, we really don't. Because, we really trying to get out of Cleveland. Mm-hmm. And we know that we got to go hard. There ain't no time for no breaks right now. You know what I'm saying? So we really don't take breaks. I'm talking about consistently dropping every day Like, if we gotta get a new cameraman, we get a new cameraman. We gotta stay working for real. But, you know, I feel like our you know, emotional wellness is good. You know what I'm saying? Like, our mental health is there together. You know what I'm saying? As a team. So, and if she got an issue, you know, she come to me and she can be transparent with me just like I can be with her with anything. You know what I'm saying? So that's what keeps us going for real together. You know what I'm saying? Like, no breaks, you know. Foot on the pedal.
So is there like a quota that y'all set daily? Like, we gonna do this many? Or is it just kind of like whatever pops up that you've been thinking about throughout the week?
Well, we kind of switched it up, man, and it's a little harder now because with TikTok, we focus on TikTok. We focus more on TikTok. It's like the relationship, you know, type of content, and then on Instagram and other platforms, it's more like skits.
Okay.
It's not so much relationship. You know what I'm saying? So that's how we really separate it like that. So I would say we always talk about like doing at least like 3 or 4 a day,
Okay.
which is a lot. But if it's a day we don't have a cameraman, we just focus on straight TikTok. So we got tripods, we got mics, and we can just set the cameras up, you know, like that. So yeah, we probably like maybe like 3 or 4 a day. You know, and if we miss one, we, you know, follow up the next day and add one in or something like that. But yeah, it's a job. It's a real job.
It definitely is, man.
You know, you gotta hope people gonna like it. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just about doing the skits. You gotta hope people actually enjoy it. You know what I'm saying?
So watching your content, I even see like you're building characters.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like the STNA,
Mm-hmm.
and then like you're doing like the mechanic. I seen the mechanic role, and of course your name is Mario Films.
Mm-hmm.
So, are you going into the direction of creating films?
Yeah. Yep. We want to start off with a short film. I was talking to a couple of videographers about that. We want to do a short film, and then we want to get into full feature films. You know what I'm saying? And she really want to be an actress, so we want to move and, you know, do the acting thing too. But yeah, we want to get into films. Like, I love doing films. I used to always love. I got so many short films on YouTube right now from when I was young. So yeah, we gonna veer into that for sure.
Okay. So when you was growing up, who was your favorite actor?
I think I'm gonna say Denzel Washington, Will Smith, and then but mainly Martin Lawrence. Brooklyn always say I remind her of Martin Lawrence for real. So
I was about to say them skits do got like a Martin and Gina type of dynamic.
Bro, that was in my questions.
Yep. Yeah. We always talk about that, and I'm talking about we go to sleep watching that. You know, I've been watching this since I was a kid. That's the show we put on every night to put us to sleep. Like, real talk.
Go to sleep to last, wake up to last.
Yep.
Hey, this is a random right here. What's your favorite season of Martin though?
My favorite season?
Yeah,
or
what's your
episode?
favorite season? No, favorite season, because you know.
I think it's season. I'm gonna say season 3. I think, and like I think that's the cop one where we went to court and had to pay that ticket. And that's one of my favorite episodes. I think it might be season 3. Every time we go to like Martin before we go to sleep, I go to see an episode from season 3. Yeah,
season
for
3
sure.
That was what he. What does GTD mean?
Yeah,
Tommy?
exactly. Yup. That's one of the best ones on everything.
Absolutely.
So yeah, season 3. Yeah.
So, what you enjoying to make people laugh? Have you ever thought about the stand-up lane?
I get that a lot, and honestly, no. Like, I don't think that's my lane. Like, I'm so focused on staying in my lane. I don't really want to go veer no other way. Like, I'm good at content creating. I'm good at like coming up with stuff, writing it down, getting it done. I'm good at films. I'm good at shooting films. But stand up, I just don't think it's me. I ain't dramatic enough for stand up. You know what I'm saying? And I definitely won't want to get booed. People getting booed all the time, but I don't know. That's just not my lane. I ain't gonna cap. That ain't my lane. I think I'm gonna stick to this because people get rich and successful off content creating. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but I got it a lot about, you know, I should get into stand up. That just ain't me, man. At least for now. You know what I'm saying?
So it's looking like you created a pocket with you and your lady working together with a lot of the content. Do you have any other creators in mind that you would like to work with?
Well, just one for real, man. My dude Rob Kazi. Well, I'm saying my dude like he know me, but yeah, he from Louisiana. I follow him. Yeah. And I don't know. I feel like he in his own lane too. Like, I never seen him really copy films. By the way, a couple people copy my stuff. I ain't gonna say no names, but they copied the 600-pound life. But anyway,
they get
imitation is
flattery
a sign of flattery.
And I guarantee the person had way more followers than you do.
Yep.
That's what they do, man.
Yep.
They post down.
Crazy. It's crazy. Like,
And don't even give you a nod.
man, and you over there grinding, bro, and they just take it from you. And then the people that been watching them gonna think they started it because they bigger than you.
Exactly.
Which is unfortunate, but that just make me, it's more motivation because I know you
Right.
watching.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep grinding. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Rob Cosby the only one. Like I like Haha Davis too. Well, I liked him before. I don't, not so much now. But yeah, like he was another one I was rocking with in the beginning. But yeah, that's pretty much it on the content creator side, man. I got my Cleveland people I rock with that do content too. We come together every blue moon. We do some work together. But yeah, that's pretty much it though.
So you're keeping all money in house.
Yeah, yeah,
So I can't be splitting up no content.
Yeah,
with
man.
you.
I'm telling you, like me and Brooklyn do our thing, like, and people hit me up all the time. Let me be in a skit or let's do a skit, and I'm like you really don't want to do it. No funny shit. A lot of people just want the clout, they want the name from it.
Mm-hmm.
But we've been grinding since the beginning, so we gonna keep this between us.
So how do you discern from who's being authentic and really want to be a part of your movement as opposed to just somebody who just trying to get on camera just because you're popping?
The thing is, I never really know. Like, if somebody say something, I go on their page or, see like what they got going on, but it don't be nothing. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I just focus on just me and her working together. That's it. Like, I throw some people in there sometimes, or I got a Cleveland content crew with people that actually do content too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But majority of these people, man, like even people see me on the street, they want to get in the skit, man. But and I know, I don't know. It's just I just know that they just want to do it just to do it. They be in one skit and go about their business. They just want some following, call whatever. I don't know what they want, but I know it ain't the right thing.
I was surprised you responded to me, bro. For real.
Yeah.
I was definitely surprised because I'm not really like known around the city in terms of content. We've been making content for over a year. We had it started off as a 30-day challenge, bro.
Yeah.
And we started doing our own individual content because I'm a published author and a poet.
Okay.
He got a clothing line. He a cinematographer.
It's dope.
He make beats, rap. So
Y'all do it all.
Yeah, so we started off challenging each other, and it just kind of built into something else.
Yeah.
So when you responded, I was like, "Oh shit, that's cool as fuck."
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I genuinely was interested in the things that you do. It wasn't even like you said, people just coming up trying to get something off of you. I'm like, man, I haven't seen him be interviewed by anybody.
Mm-hmm.
That was the biggest thing for me. I was like, I wonder, is he interested in sharing his story?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh yeah. When you hit me, I went on the page and I saw it. I'm like, okay, yeah, this. And I don't think I'm really big on interviews. I did one with my dude, his name Mastermind, he do tats. I did something with him a few months ago. Yeah, I did something, but I was telling Brooklyn on the way here, I'm like, man, I don't do that for real, but why not though? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Why not tell a story and let people know a little bit the behind the scenes of our life versus just what they see. You know what I'm saying?
On some real, bro, I didn't even know she was your lady. I just thought she was somebody that supported you.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people.
You keep your content straight clean. You know what I'm saying? It's straight content. It's nothing else. It's only content.
And that's sort of business side of it too. Like, and she said that too. She like, people don't know we're together. I'm like, what you want me to do? Like, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, we do content, we work well together, like partnerships, like a partnership. You know what I'm saying? But I got to start posting her more. But you know what I'm saying? Letting people know out to dinner and shit.
TikTok know.
They know.
TikTok know for sure. Right. TikTok know for sure.
TikTok more important.
I ain't want to assume. You know what day and age we live in. So,
but yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Shout out to Brooke. She behind the camera, y'all. She's right there.
Yeah. But yeah, man. Yeah. So
what you saying? You don't like to take breaks. Have you came across the point where neither of y'all had it? You or Brooke didn't have it. And it was just like, man, we in a rut right now for content.
No. The thing about it, man, I'm talking about, and she know, like, she be telling me sometime to give my brain a rest. Mm-hmm. I'm never not, I'm thinking right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm never not thinking about content. My notes right now, I got I got the TikTok skits, Rio skits, me and Brooklyn skits, and I got hundreds of skits because I'm always thinking of them because I don't want to run out. I'm scared of running out because when you run out, you start stealing. That's what I feel like a lot of these creators do. And I don't never want to feel like I ran out of content because this is what we gonna be doing until we can't. So yeah, no, we ain't running out. We don't run out. And if we did run out, we gonna sit there for the whole day that we run out, and we gonna come up with something. We gonna find something. So yeah, I don't plan on running out, and I hope we don't run out.
I hope you don't run out either, for real.
You know what I'm saying?
Because the social medias, they be so fickle, man. You gonna post for a day or two.
I'm trying to, man, listen, I'm talking about the notifications done dried up. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I gotta stay posting, like, and we just really started being consistent a year ago. We've been doing skits since 2020, but it was always on and off. And I see the difference from being on and off to being consistent. Something could happen. I could be tired for a week straight. Them saying you ain't gonna ain't nobody gonna say nothing. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta keep it going. Always gotta keep it going. Like, can't stop.
And you engage your audience.
Yeah.
Like you definitely go through your comments.
Yep.
I done posted a couple. I used to post a comment every time I just flat out was dying.
Yeah.
Doubled over dying. I post a comment. You will either respond or like the comment.
Yeah,
Some comments you might pin. You know what I'm saying?
I try to keep up with that. I really try to keep up with that because, a lot of people, man, so stuck in their ways, and they think you acting uppity and bougie and shit, and then, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no telling what type of shit they be on. You know what I'm saying? But I always try to engage because they engage with me. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to comment or whatever. So many people watch our stuff and don't even say nothing. You know what I'm saying? I got friends that see me and be like, yeah, you funny as hell, but I don't see you on nothing. So the people that engage, I want to engage back, and I want them to know that I see you, I hear you, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate you. So yeah, I'm engaged every single time.
So Martin was your favorite comedian, you say?
Yeah.
Shanae was basically like inspired by a sister.
Yeah.
His mama, of course, his mama or whatever.
Yep.
And since you said you and Brooke been together forever, what's your inspiration for creating these Cleveland Girl skits?
Oh my God.
Because, bro,
just be funny.
Bro, that was actually one of my first videos I ever seen of you. My boy Meech, he from Ohio, but he lived in California. So for that reel to make it to California, and he sent me like, man, this was going on in your city, bro. That's how they really be.
I was looking at you funny when you came in here with the Terror Man Don, bro. I just knew you was gonna come in here with the Don.
Oh, you ain't got no Don?
I should have.
You ain't got no Don.
You ain't got no Don? You ain't got no money.
See, the thing about that, man, like, and crazy thing is, like, Brooklyn not like that at all. Not ratchet, ain't got a ratchet bone in her body, if we being completely honest. But I got a lot of homies, man, and I've been around females that, I ain't gonna lie, like, before the content, I used to be at the lake all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, shit. So,
yeah, you already know, right?
Yeah.
Over there, you got Gordon, 72nd, 55th. I was at all of them, and I was seeing it. Yeah, I had a group of friends, like me and like 5 dudes. And so I've been around a lot of females, man. That's how they talk, bro. So with a bottle with it, bro. And I just started, I'm like, man, let me do some Cleveland girl shit, man. And just see if it worked, though. And then they know. And they all be laughing because they know what's going on. They know how they be.
When you did the tax one when you was like, nigga, take me to where I need to go.
On everything, bro. They get that crazy with them tax shit, man. But it's just from, experience of my friends, man, and I seen the shit that be going on, and I'm like, man, let me just put this shit together. And I give off that Shanae vibe, bro. Like, I want to, create something like that. But but what I really didn't want to do, I don't want to make Cleveland look bad to the world, but I want to still be honest and be like, this how Cleveland, because I'm not telling no, you know what I'm saying? It's true, it's straight facts. I'm just putting it in, comedy form, but this is our city, you know what I'm saying? And I want people, man, I had people in the comments be like, I don't know if I want, like when I did the gas station one, but how Cleveland dudes be getting gas, pull the guns out, had the guns out and shit.
Oh my God, bro. I was dying on that shit
and
too.
don't get me wrong, that don't really be happening, but niggas be clutching though. Niggas be, you know what I'm saying? So, I exaggerated, you're having the guns out, but niggas, you know what I'm saying? Cleveland niggas be ready on go. But that's how you gotta be in this city. You know what I'm saying? I'm just letting the world know how Cleveland is because I don't really see, honestly, nobody else putting Cleveland on the map. And I mean, I know MGK was rapping and stuff like that, but I don't, I want to put Cleveland on the map in a different way with the content. You know what I'm saying?
Bruh, I had text one of my homies, he from the West Side. He was like, man, you gotta tell him to do some West Side content. He gotta do
Oh
some West
man.
Side. He said, I want to see some team flight content about the
Oh,
rest
type shit.
the flight J's and shit.
Type shit. I ain't even think of that, but yeah,
It was like I need him to get some 6 rings, bruh,
man. But see,
and walk it still your. I was like,
and see, that's the thing. I
I'ma
ain't super
tell him.
familiar with that, with the West Side type, man. But if I had somebody tell me, you know what I'm saying? I've been on the West Side, man. I get my haircut on the West Side, but I know about them flights and shit. But I don't know. I don't know if they still with the big clothes over there and shit.
Man, West Side be different,
West Side
bruh.
a little
Depending on where you
different.
at.
It's real diverse.
It's super diverse.
I gotta get hit.
Especially ever got gentrified, so you don't
And
even know what
Steel
you're
Yard, the
to
stumping grounds, they always go down.
Yeah, facts. Oh, everything.
So what's on the drawing board next? I know you want to leave Cleveland, you said, but that's only just to, spread the Cleveland love everywhere else. So, when you get out the city, you get more exposure because out of town will show you more love faster.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah. The next step, man, our goal, cause before the content, we were selling rice bowls. I know we got a rice bowl page. Most people wouldn't know because we don't post it, but we had a rice bowl page, and man, we
I
selling.
think I know what it's called.
Yeah, man, we
see.
no, it's a B&R soul bowls.
Oh, okay.
Man, we selling the fuck out some rice bowls, man. This was in the beginning of the content. We was doing the rice bowls, selling crazy. So the next step, of course, doing the content, but getting the food truck and moving, and then running that business, but still doing content and incorporating the food and the content and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So, and then, or if a movie come first, we probably shoot a Cleveland movie. When I made a post about a Cleveland movie, man, so many people want to get involved. But of course, I need to wean out the bad ones and get the right people involved, and we can make a real movie. But shout out to Johnny Filmworks and them, man. I was just in one of his movies, and he got Cleveland on lock with the movies right now. On the Tubi movie side. So I was just in one of those, man. So I'm trying to get into the acting bag.
Something that you brought up, man, I wanted to speak to it because we asked different guests this question when it comes down to being an artist and monetization and getting your coin on what you do, man. And you said you got your hand into the rice bowls and other things. You may have a W-2 job to support your vision as well. I don't know.
Not right now.
But well, then speak to that. To basically, how have you shifted from the 9-to-5 life and actually got into, working for yourself and doing what you do? Because there's a lot of people that's interested into that. They're more interested in that portion than they are the content and the creation. But you have mastered that portion where you can sit up here and work for yourself. How did you achieve that?
Man, for real, I was at Lincoln Electric, man, which is a really good job.
Oh my God! Thank you. You ain't get stuck, bro.
Yeah.
You'd did 20 and you'd have been cool. Like that's what people think when they get there.
Yeah.
Go ahead, my bad.
Yep. So yeah, I was there, for about a good almost 2 years, making good money, get the bonuses and stuff like that. But I don't know. I wanted to focus, more on the content. I knew it wasn't gonna pay off, right away. But then I started knocking doors, which is selling electric and gas rates and stuff. But it allowed me to be my own boss. So, and I can make enough money doing that. So I go out of town and stuff, knock doors and stuff, but I still can do my content. Because I can do that for 3 hours, however many hours I want, and make the money that I want and still be able to do my content. So I just took a chance and, started doing that. And then at the same time, we was doing the rice bowls with that. So we was able to make enough money to pay our bills and stuff. And at the same time, make skits and stuff. And then now we just really moving towards, that paying off. The goal is for the content to pay off or a movie or something like that, which I feel like we'll get there. We really consistent. So,
You already tackled a big ass hurdle, bro.
Yeah,
you got
man.
autonomy over your day to do what you want to do, create content, and you shifted away from working for somebody else.
Yeah.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, man. I wouldn't have been able to do as much as I did now if I was working for somebody. And then you get stuck in that cycle. A lot of people get stuck in that cycle and they feel like that's the end all be all. We gotta work a job. We gotta, punch the clock to pay our bills, and that's not true. All you gotta do is believe in yourself. You know what I'm saying? And it might take time, but you will get there. You know what I'm saying?
That's living proof.
That's
After you
peace,
just
yeah.
said that you
That's big peace.
consistently created content as a big difference from
Yo,
spot making it here and there.
Yeah.
So you've already seen the process. It's just continue, rinse and repeat.
And for the people that think it's easy, I'm gonna tell y'all this, it's not easy. You know, you got people that think you just having fun making content. No, this shit costs money. It's time coming up with this shit, getting people to shoot it and shooting it right. Cause I'm a director, so when somebody shoot my shit, I be on set. I be like, man, come on, we gotta do it this way. And this shit is blood, sweat, and tears. I mean, but it seemed easy to people because they laugh and they watching it and laughing at it. So it's, they just put something together, man. That shit is not
I
easy.
don't know how many takes you did, bro.
Man, I'm trying to tell you.
Kind of like this. People think you just set up a camera and talk.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me?
Exactly.
It's like, no, we got a whole process to this. We got
man.
time that we stand on. You need to get me
Yep.
on there on that podcast. You know what I mean?
Yep. Cause they think shit's sweet. You can just come in and just do something. No, man, that shit take time. You gotta be willing to put in this work. For real.
What are you most grateful for?
Honestly, man, I'm most grateful for my relationship, and I'm gonna be, you know, all the way honest, man. I was in a dark place years ago. I caught a crazy ass case that could have put me away for a long time. You know, Brooklyn was by my side. She got me a good lawyer. Long story short, we made it out the situation. I made it out the situation, you know. But I'm grateful for her. I'm grateful for the family that do support me and is there for me, and my kids. You know what I'm saying? They keep me going too. You know, and then the supporters, of course. You know, so all that in a bubble, man. I'm just grateful. You know, and I'm happy about that. You know what I'm saying?
Do you ever see yourself going into the lane with incorporating your kids into the content?
Absolutely. They ask me all the time. They ask me all the time, because I got a 10-year-old, I got a 7-year-old, and me and her got a 3-year-old. And they ask me all the time. My 3-year-old, he an actor already. You know, we just ain't put them in nothing yet because, you know, when people watching you, you never know how people really plotting or what they gonna do. So I ain't really want to involve my kids in that situation right now. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, they be ready though. So yeah, we gonna do something with them.
Lil Yachty said something, man. I want you to see how you feel about it. Lil Yachty got a daughter. He don't never post her, but he was like, I want her to be able to choose this life instead of me choosing for her.
I
agree. Is that how you feel?
I agree. Even though, like I said, they pressed me to be in some stuff, but like, you gotta, really know what you want to do. And I don't think they really know yet right now, but they will. And they can decide what they want to do, but I don't just want to put them in the limelight, out there. And TikTok can be brutal. And I feel like Instagram can too. And some of the comments be shady as fuck, but you gotta have tough skin to deal with it. And I don't want to put my kids up there and people talk crazy about my kids. I can't get to them. They behind a computer screen talking crazy. So I just don't want to involve them in nothing that can be, be not a good situation.
Mm-hmm. How do you handle bad comments when you get them? Because, some people just post just to say some ignorant shit. You know what I mean? Like, the examples that you see on our page. And there was a guy who, he spoke, and he was talking, and I kept seeing comments that say, bro set up cameras in the room by himself. He ain't even talking to nobody. And I ignored it, but I just kind of felt like, man, why you even, he ain't talking to nobody. You can clearly go to the YouTube. So in your world, when you attract more attention, you will, of course, attract more haters.
Yeah.
How do you navigate through that? And is there a way that you...
In the beginning, it used to be frustrating, real frustrating. Like, I never respond to people. My block game is crazy. And I was just talking to her about that earlier. My block game is crazy. But it used to frustrate me in the beginning. I was like, why the fuck is they talking shit? Like, for what? Over time, I just take it with a grain of salt. I ignore it and I block. You know what I'm saying? Like, people be talking shit about 600 pound life, talking about I shouldn't be doing this and that. Like, it's common. I just block, man. You know what I'm saying? Because people always gonna say shit. It's only gonna get worse. Yeah. It ain't gonna get better. The haters don't get better. So I learned to ignore. You know what I'm saying? And keep it pushing, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not on your page watching you. You watching me. You obviously like something you see. And I started thinking about that more and more, and it just made me, it made me feel better for real. For like, man, they watching me. I'm just keep watching. You hating, you probably shared it to somebody else. You gave me an extra share, and I need that. You know what I'm saying? So I just ignore it. That's the big thing.
Because most jokes is inappropriate. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And it's all based on delivery, and it's a fine line between actually tickling the funny bone or offending somebody.
Yeah. You never know what you're gonna get, man. And
Where do you draw your boundaries when you know you're about to do something or create something that, you know, can get a couple of people, you know, ruffled up?
I don't think I do. I don't think I got no boundaries with that because
Shit, you better not.
yeah,
It's comedy.
I just go off how I feel. And I feel like if somebody don't like it, they probably watch it once and they probably won't watch it again. But you know, I do this for me. You know what I'm saying? This what I like to do, and this is what I want to put out, because if I start putting boundaries on it, I won't be able to put out the shit that I want to put out. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You know, I have to half-ass it or be, you know, thinking of other things. I put out what I feel or what Brooklyn feel, because me and her talk about every skit that we're gonna do. It was never a skit that we said, no, let's not put that out because we're gonna offend somebody. If you offended, that's a personal problem that you need to go handle yourself. It ain't got nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? That's you. So yeah, no, I ain't no boundaries. We do what we do, man, and it works.
Well. Yeah, I do it well.
Appreciate it, man.
For sure.
It works. So
If it was something you can give to not just up and coming content creators in Cleveland, but just content creators, period, what would you say to young shit? You just said your kids want to be just like Pops. So what would you give to youth?
if you want to be a content creator, I say start a drawing board, come up with something that you like to talk about, you like to do, and just do it. And I mean, don't give up, stay focused. Don't think about nobody, don't worry about your family. If they ain't trying to support it, just do it, because I mean, one day you're gonna get there. You know what I'm saying? And that's how we did it. We ain't have, you know, a lot of support. You know, we still don't have we got more support from strangers than family, and that's just the truth. You know what I'm saying? So I would just say, if you got something you like doing, just do it. You know what I'm saying? And just stay focused on that and stay consistent. Consistency is key, and it took me a long time to realize that. I was never really consistent with this. You know what I'm saying? When I got consistent, I started seeing a big change. I started seeing different kinds of people watching. It started making me come up with different type of content that I ain't think I can even come up with. You know what I'm saying? So stay consistent, because that's key. And if you like doing something, don't worry about nobody. Say just do it and just see where it go. And if it don't work, go somewhere else. Straight up.
Before we get up out of here, tell the people that don't follow you, where can they find you? Because I didn't even know you had a TikTok. So
Oh, yeah.
all the platforms. Tell the people where they can find you.
Okay, yeah, man. You can find me on Instagram, Mario_Films, TikTok, Mario Films Comedy, YouTube, Brooke and Rio. That's my nickname. And Facebook is Mario 2 Thumbs Up. So you can find me on all those platforms. I drop majority of the same content on all of them, but if you check all of them out, you'll see all the content that's there. Straight up.
Give it up for real, y'all.
Hey, much love, man.
Appreciate you, big dog.
Appreciate you guys.
Appreciate you coming through, bro.
All love, you know it.
And we going to see y'all in a minute. Till next time.
Yes, sir.
Peace.
Peace.
Good shit, man.